There are no small speaking gigs, only small speakers. Now, that's obviously a play on the old expression about acting. No small acting gigs, but there are small actors. Here's what I really mean by that is anytime you're speaking, there is a chance to make a connection with someone where it's so powerful, it could in fact change your career. I've seen many people get up and speak in front of 1,000 people, 5,000, 10,000 people, but they were boring, ordinary. Everyone instantly forgot them, even though to that person, this was the biggest speech I've given of the year or perhaps ever. Didn't have an impact. Other times you speak and you weren't the main speaker, didn't get big billing, maybe it was a small audience, but it had a huge impact. Abraham Lincoln, when he gave his Gettysburg Address, it was just 2 minutes, sort of he was not the main keynote speaker of the day, but that speech had a huge, huge impact on Lincoln, certainly his perception in history and in the history of speech making, because it went down in history as the greatest speech ever, at least in American political context. So I want you to realize every time you speak, it could be a way to make a permanent connection with someone. I remember one time I was doing a public workshop. This was more than a dozen years ago, and I frankly had not done a very good job of marketing. And I had one person in the training. But he'd already paid, he'd flown from Eastern Europe to get here. I couldn't very well cancel on him. So, and he showed up 2 hours late. But I gave it my best. I spoke to him as if I had a full room full of people. I gave it my best, worked with him, and he improved. He saw that I knew my stuff. And when he left, I frankly didn't know if I'd made a very good impression. He left early, and he was someone who already had a lot of these skills. So I wasn't certain how it ended. But we communicated later. He liked me. He liked my approach. He liked my systems. And he then hired me to train the Prime Minister of his country. He then hired me to train other leading political figures of his country. That opened doors to other neighboring countries. Many, many things and more than 6 figures of business came in because of this one speech I gave when I was, frankly, depressed that I had such a small audience and I had only an audience of 1. So it just goes to show, if you have an opportunity to speak, give it your best. You never know where it might take you. There are no small speaking gigs. There are small Now, I'm not suggesting you hop in a plane, go to the other side of the country to speak for free for 5 minutes at a Rotary Club. You have to use some judgment. But if you're already there and it's going to happen, make the best of it. Give your audience, even an audience of 1, your very best. I'm TJ Walker, and I help people speak their best because how you present your ideas is the #1 factor in your success. If you would like to become a better speaker, I have 3 main options for you. I have online public speaking and media training courses where you can learn on your own, anytime, anywhere. I have public workshops in New York City every month, media training and public speaking training. And I have private trainings, one-on-one and group trainings that take place anywhere and everywhere in the world. If you're interested, give me a call or check out the website.